I want to start with this.
Hit
So
me.
I
Hit me.
have been thinking about a couple of things. First of all, we need to get an editor, man. We need to be playing the game 24/7, and the editor will figure out a way to make it look cool on YouTube, right? But so man, so first of all, I want to make videos that are like both like an hour long, but also videos that are like funny moments, but also like challenges, like can you cross the map in one line, or like those type of things. I want to make like the video like 100 players versus whatever. I want to make like a rich versus poor like role play thing. I want to make like all these types of videos, right? It's we I need to make a whole list of everything. How many booties can I jiggle in 1 hour or something? Like we need we need we
Mate, that's fantastic. That last part
it's
got
gonna be so
that
good.
last part there. My ears perked up.
how
So,
how fast can I make Lucia and Jason break up? Like, yeah, it's gonna be so good.
oh man,
And
man, there's
I'm
so
I'm just
many
like,
things. There's so many things, and knowing where to start is the most difficult thing from a creator perspective, right? Because, like, Bav says, before I continue with what I was about to say, Bav goes, "I'll quit my channel and edit for the boys."
let's go, Bogan.
Mate,
Yeah,
take
man.
it, take him on for the team. But nah, Bav, you got to be a part of
I
this as
got
well, man.
some Indian dude sending me an email like, "Yo, I can edit your videos in exchange for 50% of your channel." I was like, "Whoa, motherfucker, wait up, 50%? Damn,
Oh
bro,
no, no, that ain't it. That ain't
you're
it.
gonna be rich."
No, that ain't it.
No,
Um,
no.
yeah. Look, I think the thing is getting an editor for the channel, for my channel, for your channel, is obviously something that, and obviously for Bav as well, and the other creators in the community is obviously something that we would all want, because obviously that would help, us
Yeah.
in terms of uh, pumping out the videos, because it's going to be really chaotic, especially those first few weeks, let alone the first day when this game does drop on May 26th, if it still is going to be that day by the time we get closer and closer to that release date. Where do you start? Like, where do you start? Like, is it just playing through the story? Is it doing the side missions? Is it just free roaming and mucking around? But then if you free roam and muck around, then the other creator's gonna finish the story and have a review on that. So it's hard. It's hard to know where to start, because you don't know what the game is going to entail. You're only going to know when you actually start playing it. Torde goes in the chat, story mode. I think probably that would probably be the main thing that I would probably be going through, is just the story content. But I still think I want to take my time with it. I don't know if I just want to like glide through it just to get the content out for story mode content. Like, I don't know. I'm still thinking about that, and it's a really difficult thing, especially if you don't. If I don't have an editor by that point, or if you don't have an editor, it's going to be much more difficult, of course, to get them out. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things, isn't it? But yeah,
Like, it's the real question is like, how how urgent will you feel to for the need to finish the story, right? Because there's going to be all these YouTubers who have their reaction videos to, or like their gaming videos to like the ending or whatever most emotional part of the game is going to be. And so there's like this urgency of, I want to be the first to finish the game or
yeah,
whatever. For me, in terms of figuring out what kind of videos I want to make, I just gotta play the game, and then I'll get inspired by what is possible, because you're gonna play and you're gonna be like, I wonder if this is possible. Let me write this
yeah,
down
yeah.
and feel, and
Mm.
in terms of the story, yeah, man. Well, everybody's going to be live streaming. I know that Mac Tannen, bro. I asked Mac Tannen, what are you gonna do? You know what he said? He was like, I'm not gonna be online for 3 days. I'm not gonna go live. I'm not gonna make videos. I'm not gonna
Wow.
do anything. I'm just gonna play it as a fan, and then I'll just make videos afterwards, maybe like a review or something. Which I think, if I would give him advice, I would like just do no commentary live. right? Just and don't look at the chat or whatever. You can still play it as a fan without being interrupted. If you want to go pee, just click on this on a pause menu and just
Yeah.
go pee and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I understand what he means because then you take all the pressure away, right? And
Mm.
if you're gonna make like I've been thinking about this too, if I even want to do a walkthrough from the story,
Mm.
because everybody is gonna do a walkthrough. I see live streams with like one view on my recommended page playing GTA 5 part 26, right? And it's been 13 years later, right? So people are gonna always watch the story mode. People aren't gonna know what the story is because the game's gonna make 5 to 7 billion in the first week, right? So it's
Mm.
and I have always been thinking like, oh, sorry, that's my microphone. Like, what special type of videos can I make that nobody is going to make?
Mm.
Because like Bev says, walkthrough is low hanging fruit. You need to stand out.
Yeah.
It's really true. Like,
Yeah, it's true. It's
it's
true. I think the thing is like people will be coming to view your walkthrough, not for necessarily well, I mean, yeah, GTA 6, but it's more so the personality behind it, right? Like,
yeah,
it's one of those things, right, that anyone can do a walkthrough of GTA 6, right? It's who are you coming to watch react to it. For example, I mean, the best example of that is Speed, right? Like,
yeah.
you know, he is the biggest streamer on the planet, and he can talk about anything. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be a horrible game, and still make it entertaining for people to watch, right? So it's not necessarily the game; it's more so the personality behind it and the person reacting to it that makes it interesting. Like Bav says, you need to stand out. So I think for someone like me, I think what my plan is, and that may change, but my plan is at the moment I have a rough idea that I don't want to live stream the story, because the problem with that is, I mean, as cool as it is, obviously, to see people react to me live playing it through, the problem that and the risk that you run into is, of course, copyrighted music and demonetization and that type of thing, which I don't really want. And I'm sure other
Yeah.
creators wouldn't want that. There are going to be people who obviously
Yeah.
live streaming the walkthrough, and that's perfectly fine. I think for someone like me, what I'd like to do is just go through the story mode, play through it, then record it, and then upload it, and then do a live stream later on in the day where I just free roam and do that. I think that's probably going to be the better route to go, I would say. But yeah, it may change, but that's my sort of plan at the moment. But yeah.
So I I had this big plan, and I don't know if I talked to you about it. I want to keep it on the low because it would be a big announcement, and people would kind of maybe make like articles about this, like, this GTA YouTuber is gonna do this when it launches. But
Mm,
um, like if I'm gonna stream it, I'm gonna stream it either on Twitch
yeah.
or Kick, and when I re-upload it on YouTube, I'll take the music away because I just want to play it with the music,
Yeah, I know. That's the
especially
thing.
knowing
That's the
that
thing.
GTA 5 also has improved a lot with the music, and you just know
Mm.
that there are certain songs being placed into specific moments in the game that make it very iconic. They've always been doing that, but
Oh, 100%,
it's
100%. And you
it,
think, sorry, you keep going, and I'll add to it.
yeah, so it's so Kick. I've kind of looked at it. I've asked ChatGPT basically when I said I'd done research about it, but Kick doesn't really have a. They don't care if you put copyrighted music in it. Twitch, I feel like people play music all the time and they get away with it. So I don't know how they moderate that. Um, and so it's also a little bit weird because in if you use like an AI to remove the music, the voices will still be there because they kind of
Mm,
remove the instrumentals. So it
yeah,
will be very weird how that is gonna pan out because if you have a dialogue scene in the car, you will hear both the person singing and then just Jason and Lucia talking. So it's
yeah,
gonna be very difficult to do that. I do know that YouTube themselves have like this thing where they remove the music, so maybe that'll help. It's gonna be a really tricky thing, but yeah, it's like Bev says, thinking about GTA 6 as a content creator is stressful. It's very you got to just figure it out, and that's why it's more easy to just skip the story mode basically, in terms of content creation, because first of all, like we are, and this is a problem you and I kind of run into, which you are doing a better job at than me because you're live streaming so much, people get to know your personality. But especially for me, like I feel like people don't really know my personality, and they only watch
Mm.
because of the GTA 6 aspect, and then don't really watch because they want to know what I have to say. Cyberboy is really good at
Oh yeah, he is.
he's
Yeah.
been killing it with bashing UK lately, like, and having his opinion on his second channel.
Mm.
He got like 100K views in one day,
Yeah, he's been doing very
talking
good with
about
that.
how,
Shout
yeah,
out to the
it's
Cyber
and it was
Waffle
like,
channel.
yeah, check that out. I haven't been watching it because I don't really care about politics, but it's he's doing so well. I'm really happy for him, especially in these GTA 6 like low view type of days.
Mm.
But it's just really difficult to know what we're gonna do, and it's easier to just skip the story mode and just go and do challenge videos. And didn't you make a channel with Cyber, that you said in that live stream with Cyberboy, like you're gonna do things together when online drops and stuff?
Yeah, so that's the plan at the moment. Yeah, we do have a plan on doing, yeah, having some, creating some GTA 6 online content on the Cybervice channel. It's sitting there and waiting at the moment, like we discussed in that live stream. We do have a plan on doing that together. But yeah, there's more details on that when we get closer to the game, of course, and hopefully
Yeah.
once we see anything official from GTA 6 online from Rockstar, yeah, we'll discuss that a little bit more so. But yeah, that'll be something that'll be really cool, to do that with him. But of course, not just with him, but of course you guys as well, with yourself and Bav and McTannen, Justin,
Yeah.
Jetro, and everyone. I think the more I think I said this to Cyberboy months ago. I was on a phone call with him and I mentioned to him that, and we discussed this, that, you know, us doing the story mode and going through that as content creators, like that would be fun to do and good to do. Obviously, because the game's out, the story's out, we experience we're seeing Jason's story. But the big thing I think for a lot of us is, as content creators in this GTA 6 creator ecosystem, like I spoke to Bav last live stream, but yeah, it was Cyberboy. I mentioned him on the call that that's going to be better from us doing like gameplay challenges and that type of thing, because that's really going to allow us to express our own personalities much more so, with us collaborating together, us connecting, in those
Yeah.
moments. So once that does drop, I would say that's where the real fun kicks in, I'd say, for us. And of course,
This is where the fun
and of
begins.
course, for everyone else watching as well, for the viewers and stuff, I think that's going to be really cool, because I think we're creating something very special here, with all of us. So as long as, I guess, we just keep at it with that at the moment, and once the online version or whatever Rockstar plans to do with it launches, that's something that I'm really, 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 really hyped to see, and I cannot wait. So yeah.
Bruh, just imagine this, man. It's oh man. You know what the crazy thing is? And Cyberboy has talked about it, and he was a little bit holding back about it. That GTA 6 is gonna make careers, but like, and I like to call myself like a humble person, but I was talking to somebody else about this too, right? Like, um and it's not about money, but we could basically be millionaires like in a couple of years, right? Because of this game. And it sounds stupid to say because it's but just you have the Sidemen, you have the Venos people, there's
Any
all these
anything's
people.
possible, right? Anything's
they, they've
possible.
they've made it so big, and obviously now Sidemen is doing like real life stuff, and
Mm.
they are evolving every time with everything, and that's how they stay like relevant, and they created an empire for themselves. But like, for, man, it's if we are able to stick together and we're making a group, I'm sure there's gonna be probably like drama here and there because that's just how people are, right? It's fine. But mostly we're just all having fun. We're doing like challenges. One thing that I would love to do is kind of what there was this old Dutch like Minecraft series that one of the big YouTubers did that blew up in the Dutch Minecraft community back in the day, like 2012 or whatever. And it was like one big server where everybody had their own little kingdom, and like the kings of those kingdoms were other big YouTubers, and then other fans would be able to join the specific like countries, like kingdoms of them, and there's this big overarching story, but then the individual YouTubers were able to make their own little stories within that overarching story, and it was so good. And so this is something that I would love, depending on how role play is going to pan out in GTA 6, where we have Vice City and we will all be like our little kingpin of our place. So, for example, Cyberboy is like the king of Vice City, like, and I mean, king is like the main G, right? And then you do, where do you want to be? Like Mount Calaga or something, and I am in Port Gelhorn, and
Yeah, that sounds awesome, man.
McTannen is like in the Leonida Keys, and
Yeah.
then Bev is like in Hamlet or whatever, and Justin is like in the Grass Rivers, and then we can invite our Dips the Key Bogan. Okay, you can have it. Okay, fine. And then our fans will be able to join our little factions, and it's gonna be role play, and we're gonna establish not Hamlet. I'm sorry, I gave you the little. I gave Bev a little the smallest thing. No, no, no. You can have the whole thing. You can have Leonida. Okay, you can have Georgia. Okay,
I love this.
but like you can invite your fans into the server, and then we can make the overarch, and you can just ban somebody who just, you can only kill other people if it's in service of the story. And like you make an overarching storyline, and you can do challenges for your own videos within the whole thing. And there's gonna be like a big event where like so you have had like 100 of hours of story building up to one big like war, and everybody has been building up their own little like military and stuff. And like that would be something that I would absolutely love, to make this giant overarching story, and then you use the Rockstar editor to make it super cinematic, and you make like movies out of it, right? And
Wow.
then you
Wow.
also can live stream everything. Like that is something that would be a super big dream. And yes, of course, these videos that are on screen right now doing the little races, those are the easiest for the most views. uh, but like an overarching story where you emotionally get people involved, like this is to get the money. Like the racing videos, it's for the money, that's fine, and for fun. But then you use that money to like build up the server and get editors for these big events. That would be so cool, man. Like it's, yeah. And yeah, man, it's
All the stuff you're
and like if
saying
you,
is incredible, and yeah, keep going, keep going. I'm actually loving hearing
if
this.
you like if you do it right, we can get like a million views per video per day, right? So you end up having like 50 million views in a month, and you're able to use that ad revenue to just make these giant things. And you can then, when PC comes out, you're going even crazier, because they probably you can run your own server, so the capacity of like the amount of players you can invite is going to be up. You can mod it to do some scripts in terms of not story, but in terms of like changing the game. And you can like do all sorts of crazy stuff. And like one of the storylines could be like who's the best at basketball, and then they get a Lamborghini or something.
That'd be cool.
It's
That'd be
like
cool.
simple storyline, and it goes
Yeah.
from that to, oh no, GTA Infinity is spying on what kind of military Project Vice is building, and we're gonna invade them. I'm gonna try to take over, and then and then I go to Bev, but then Bev has they know about what I'm doing, my plan, so he's gonna be able to take, and he's gonna be the whole like Leonida king, like he has the biggest military, and then you, me, McTannen, Cyber, we're gonna have our little secret plan to take everything back over and bring balance to the force or whatever. like that would be so cool. Like yeah, like a narrative experiment like that would be so cool.